right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here again for another Inman Style Guide. So today I have another one of my friends, Paul Sponcia. Pronounce your name for me, please.
Paul. It's like the apostle.
Last name.
Sponcia.
I know.
Sponcia.
So what's the?
It's Italian.
It's Italian, right?
My last name was Sponcia. And then sometime in between my grandfather immigrating and my dad being born, it got changed to Sponcia.
Very cool.
So my grandfather's papers, his longshoreman card, everything says Sponcia.
Sponcia. Very
My
cool.
dad's birth certificate says Sponcia.
Very cool.
So,
All right, thank you for that. So tell us a little more about yourself, man. What you do, please.
Professionally,
Yes.
yeah, I own and the CEO of a managed IT services company here in Knoxville. I've been doing that for a long time. First one I started was in 1998. Been in the IT business since 1994, and I have been a part of this company since 2010. So we help primarily small and medium businesses manage IT. Provide security, help them use technology better. Really the hope and the goal and like the core purpose of what we do is how do we help a medium and small business really leverage technology to be better, to whatever that is. If it's to make more money or if it's a nonprofit to live out their mission, like how do we help people really use technology in a way that allows them to go further, faster, be more efficient, productive, et cetera.
Wow. So, for instance, give us an example of one of your clients. What you do. You don't have to disclose what your client does.
Yeah, sure.
What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, we, really the thing that we talk, two things that we talk about, or three things we talk about a lot, which will help frame this up, is like really our goal is to reduce the number of issues people have. So, because it's very expensive for somebody to call us. If you're a knowledge worker, a productivity worker, where you have 50 people and there's a lot of technical interruptions, that's just disruptive and you lose productivity. So we try to help people have less problems by identifying why they're having problems and go to them and help them fix them. So I had a customer, he was having tons of problems. It was costing him 400 hours a month and lost productivity. I went to him and showed him all that data and said, hey, here's a way I think we could solve that and really reduce this down. He said, yes, let's do it. We did it. I mean, they went from red to green, super happy, less issues, highly productive. They were probably hiring people, if they're spending 400 hours of disruption, they're probably hiring people. That's 2 people a year.
Yeah,
so they're probably hiring people thinking they needed more people. So that's an example. And then secure, we're in the defense business, so we try to make people a hard target. So that's keeping people from clicking on things they shouldn't click on, falling for scams, being hacked and stuff like that. So really trying to protect people from the bad guys that are out there and girls that are out there in the world doing cyber stuff. And the last thing is I was meeting with a customer this morning that was really all about workflow and automation and how could we help them cut out steps in their process. Well, it's the stuff we've talked about with your business, right? Of how do we, if it takes you 20 steps to do something, how can we use technology to make it 12? Because that's going to help you be more productive, make more money, make your customers happy, your
forms and things like that.
Employees will be happy. Yeah, whatever that is, whether it's a form or it's a web thing or it's implementing a piece of technology that replaces something that's manual and stuff like that. So is that helpful?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's it. So me, I'm not an IT guy. So when I think of an IT company or hiring on an IT company and what that looks like, it's broad. Yeah. So I just want to give people a general idea of what that, how that helps and what that looks like in general. So thank you for that explanation and what IT is again, because I am technically challenged and you've come to my rescue plenty of times. So I want to talk about particularly your style and what you do and how that equates to your profession.
Okay.
So you've got this vest on, which is he got from us, which is he's very, and he plays golf and your hobbies and he hunts and he travels and he likes sneakers. I'm telling him all about your style, but there you go. There you go. He's not a hard shoe kind of guy.
That's a good question. I think I would say it's always evolving, from a style perspective. I mean, I think back in 10 or 15 years ago, I think I was a bit more industrial, like in how I dressed, like
Industrial, like,
you remember brands like, what's the Armani Exchange?
Okay.
Like brands like that and Diesel and things like that were
trendy,
that were more trendy back then, that were kind of that industrial look,
Okay.
But I think I've evolved a lot more into just, I think from a work perspective, it's probably like a, I don't know, is this a golf look? I don't really know what.
Yeah, it is. You're very golfer.
Yeah, I think it's a golf look.
Like the average white guy kind of polos and a quarter zip.
I look a lot better than most guys.
That you do. That's cool. You're cooler. But since COVID, it's like people have kind of transitioned into, in your world, Julian, you might have wore maybe a suit and tie or just at least a button down kind of deal, and now it's slack. And now you're kind of the athleisure, but
I would say, my thought would be comfortable. Like these are like tech pants, like a little bit springy or whatever that term is for them. I like those a lot. I like them a little bit short. I definitely like kind of a sneaker shoe feel, and a lot of that is I'm on my feet a lot, or in a car a lot, and so I like that. I like polos. I think a lot of that might be practical, for it's just easy to wear, and they're easy access to them. But I am very picky about them. Like I like them to fit a certain way. I like the athletic fit better, of a polo.
Sure.
I'll do like quarter zips. I like vests like this. So there's a trendy component to it too, of like what is kind of the current cool trend in relation to those type of clothes, but I'm super picky about fit. I think that's something.
Well, and I noticed that, which is important because I believe that fit. I mean, you could wear a great shirt or a polo or a pant, but if it doesn't fit properly, if it's really big on you, whatever, it makes you look a little sloppy. So
I remember that show. Do you remember that show, What Not to Wear?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
Like I think that was probably where it really dawned on me. Like there's two. You can dress, and not for your body style.
Right on.
So I think I try to make an effort to try to figure out how do clothes fit me, and what does that fit look like for me. So I like more of the athletic fit. I like obviously comfort. That's why I like the tech pants, I think, and I do like quarter zips. That's probably a little practical too. It's just easy. It's like an easy thing for me to just throw on and go to work with every day. That's interesting. I think the other side of that is like at night, like if I was going to go to do something at night, I'm not like a dress up type of person.
So do you ever wear a blazer or jacket? Is that something?
Very rarely.
Right on.
Very rarely. There's occasions if there's something that requires it, I'm a member at Cherokee. So if there's an event where I need to wear a blazer, I'll put a blazer on.
I'm sorry. So for those who don't know, what is Cherokee?
Oh, Cherokee Country Club.
You're
starting me.
You're a country club.
But what's funny is like I would not in a million years. And you say golf, like it's funny about golf is I wouldn't classify myself as a golfer or anybody that
I wouldn't
that
classify
loves golf.
you as a golfer. I play golf with you, and I would classify you as a
hacker.
Or a part-time.
What I mean by that is like I don't really love golf.
I got you.
Like I like the clothes, I like the look,
the
and
lifestyle,
fit and stuff like that. But like I love one of my favorite brands is Peter Millar.
Okay.
And the reason I like Peter Millar is I think they look really good and they fit really good.
Gotcha.
I think they do a good job of the fit, like the athletic fit and stuff like that. But like golf itself is not something that if you're like, hey, what's something you'd love to do today? Golf would never be in that conversation for me.
What would that be? Because you do have hobbies.
Yeah, I mean, I love to. There's a variety of things. It's probably partly seasonal. Like, there's different things. Like, I love to ride off-road dirt bikes. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do. I love to snowboard. I love to wake surf. But I also like to duck hunt. It's funny duck hunting. Like, I went with my buddies this year, and they're like, my clothes, they're like, you have all, it's all nice.
It's all
tailored. It's all
cutting
like
clothes.
Sheen. And, it's all it's like really nice stuff. And but I've always been kind of that way, you know. And it's funny. I think some of that comes from baseball. I was a baseball player, and baseball players are really picky about the way their uniforms look. I remember as a kid, like it was always about like I played for a team that was green in high school. Okay. So they're green and orange, or green and yellow, and like I would buy gloves that were green or yellow on the inside, and I would wear wristbands depending on the uniform we were wearing that matched the uniform.
Okay.
And so I think baseball is one of those things that has this kind of very matching, coordinated.
You say that because we've got a few ball players for the University of Tennessee that want their stuff shortened and tapered, and so that's a thing.
It's very and baseball players, you have like some baseball players wear their pants really low with not a stirrup or a sock. Some baseball players are very traditional with the high, you know, like that. Some people wear wristbands, some people don't. Some people wear black, you know, they do. Yeah. And so there's like this style around baseball, and I think a lot of sports have now become that way. But back in the day, in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, when I was growing up, like it was always color coordinated. I mean, people would say it to me all the time, like, you're always baseball color coordinated, like on the field, like it's like what was it, the Silent Live? It's better to look good than it is to feel good. Remember that guy?
When you look good, you feel good.
Right? But I do think there's a lot of truth to that. Like I do think 100%. when you get up in the morning, shower, shave, you know, put on, you know, nice looking clothes that's fit and together, it feels different, and it presents yourself differently to people. Like if I went out and wore like ripped up jeans and, you know, nasty sneakers,
it'd be hard to sell.
It'd be hard to sell. They wouldn't take me seriously.
No, I agree 100%.
You know, and so I think there's an element of that. And also, as the CEO of a company, I feel like I'm setting the tone for everybody else. You know,
and so that's one of the things I wanted to touch on. You have employees, so do you require like a standard for them to show up at work? And that's something that I want to preach on and talk on.
Yeah, we've been adapting that. I'd say we probably got pretty lax about that through COVID. I think that probably did that with a lot of people. And so we had a conversation about it. It was actually interesting. We had a conversation about it at the end of the year, and I kind of had some recoil, even from my leadership team. They're like, what? You know, and because everybody wants it's technology and casual and comfort, and you know. But I said, hey, like I want people to walk into our office and go, these people are like put together, you know. And that doesn't mean I want you to wear a suit. I have no desire, but something kind of in the realm of
put
what
together,
I dress
like you thought about what you were going to wear.
That's right.
Today.
Don't just throw on a t-shirt and some, you know, khakis and
flip flops. Hey dudes,
look like you thought about this,
you
know. And that's an evolution. I don't think we're there yet. I mean, I think it's going to take me preaching that and holding some people accountable to that. I'm seeing a little bit of improvement, and I'm also trying to figure out kind of the give and take in our industry, you know, because it is an industry that is kind of more known for being a bit more casual, you know, and so certainly my salespeople and my people who are out in the face of the company and interacting with clients, they have to dress nice, and that's 100% a demand. Like there's no exception to that. People in the office we're probably a little bit more loose with, but I'm trying to ratchet that up a little bit so that when people walk in, they say, yeah, these people are professional all the way around. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So that's my feeling on it. But I've said that. I'm like, hey, if you're curious about what to wear, just look at what I wear. Like I'm not like dressing up every day. Like I wouldn't consider this to be, you know, dressed up. I only wore long sleeves because it was cold today. You know, I mean, I wouldn't normally have a polo on, you know, and maybe a quarter zip, and I take it off when it warms up.
So would you consider doing a uniform?
Nah, I mean, we've got some stuff that we have embroidered that we've given to like salespeople and stuff like that. But nah, I don't think so. You know, that's not really probably not my style to do that. I still struggle a little bit with like branded stuff and how to make it really look good. Should probably talk to you about that.
That's exactly right.
But I do. I mean, I love your polos. Like those polos that I got for you are probably, I would put them on equal par of my what I love about Peter Millar. I love it. Your polos exactly the same.
Well, thank you for that.
I think they're equally as.
That's a wrap. We're going to finish right.
Well, I think they're tapered the right way. Like they fit kind of an athletic style. they kind of make your shoulders look a little bit more broad. I mean, they just look
It's
good.
a tailored.
Yeah.
That's what we aim for is a tailored polo. So
right. And so they look really good.
And they don't fit everybody. Like there's
And that is the challenge of a uniform, right? It's like I
yeah.
can't say, hey, go over here and just get a bunch of Mark Nelson polos. Well, 4 people may look good in it, and 5 people may look silly because it doesn't fit their body style, right?
Sure.
And so that's part of the problem I think with the uniform piece is like, how would I get something that, because I want people to feel comfortable in whatever they're wearing. And I know that like when I wear a shirt or pants or like, it's funny, these pants, these are the 33s and I love them. But when I first bought these pants, I bought 2 pairs of 34s. And I hate them.
Yep.
Because when I put them on, they feel a little bit more baggy and they don't look as, they just don't look as tailored, right? Whereas these they're tighter, they feel more tailored when I put them on. And so I just ordered, 3 pairs because I love this particular brand. I ordered 3 pairs of those.
That's one of the things I talk to my guys about too, is that everything has stretch in it nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if you get it and it's already comfortable, it's going to get bigger and then it's not going to look the way you want it to. So it should be snug, because snug is going to turn into a little bit bigger. You got 100% with stretch.
Yeah, and so I think all those things like belts, all that stuff, again, coordinated, fitting well. I don't know. It's just, it means something to me. I went through a lot of stuff like 13, 14 years ago, and one of the things that I really spent a lot of time oddly thinking about was why I dress the way I dress, and because I was really concerned that it was about an outward appearance and what people thought about me. And so I really wanted it, and I did a lot of time about this, and I feel this way about myself now, is it's really just an expression of me, is the way I see it. So I think when clothes ultimately are an expression of yourself. So, I mean, if you dress sloppily, then probably a pretty good chance you're kind of a slob. Versus.
And I like that.
You know what I mean?
That's a good word. Yeah,
I think that's true.
Yeah, 100%.
And so like if you get up and you think about what you're wearing, but not think about it like if I got up and was like, ooh, I want people to see me this way and think I'm attractive and all that stuff. That's fine if you want to do that. But like I think it should be about you and expressing who you are. And so like I said, if I go do something in the evening, you'll see a little bit different. And sometimes I'll wear this. Like if I wore this during the day and we're going out to dinner, it's 5:30, I'll just keep it on. But a lot of times, like we went to dinner with some friends, we just went and had fun at Barley's, and I wore like really nice jeans, but they were kind of ripped, distressed, a little bit. And I wore some Stan Smith Adidas, with them. And then I had like a short sleeve shirt that was kind of collarless with like 2 buttons on it, and I had a jacket that sort of matched all that stuff. And so if you saw me dressed like this, you saw me dressed like that, you'd probably, but this is my work style versus my, and then, when I go home, like I throw on like joggers and, sometimes an athletic shirt or a t-shirt and a hoodie, but it's not, if you looked at me, you wouldn't think I look like a slob.
It was put together. And I think just the basic, just being clean. Yeah. And like you said, wearing clothes that fit. Right. You know what I mean? And matching colors, or just kind of having some kind of like this was intentional is important. And so there you go.
Yeah. But it's the same. I mean, I run. And I still like when I pick out my shorts and my shirt for the day, I think about them. I think it also comes back to just that baseball thing. Like I just am like, I'm not gonna wear like a green shirt with like a blue pair of shorts. I think about color coordinating and matching that stuff. I went yesterday to REI because I need some kind of rain oriented running stuff, and like I thought about it, like how this matches with all the stuff I have. so I'm less utilitarian in that way.
Gotcha.
Although I want it to work, like I wouldn't buy something that isn't rain proof. Just because it looked good.
Now, you're a family guy also. So how does that, do you teach your kids, or is that?
Yeah, my wife is funny. Like she, I don't really, my dog, I have 3 older kids. They do their own thing now. They can dress however they want. But the 2 little ones, like my son especially, I'm pretty particular about what he what he puts on.
I know.
You know, and I like to fix his hair, probably because I'm bald. I like to fix his hair. He has really good curly hair. So I like to fix, he's kind of got a little
So
Patrick.
You lived through
Patrick
him,
Mahomes cut. That's right. So I like to fix his hair, and I mean, I'm moderately like, you know, if he just, whatever, like if he puts up a fit wants to wear something else, that's fine, you know, but like we went the other day, it's T-ball season, so we went and bought stuff, and
So he's you're going to have him play baseball and live the
well, he can
coordinate
do
and
whatever he wants,
Okay,
but like,
all right.
but he wants to play T-ball, so and I just showed him, I was like, hey, look, here's socks, a belt, and gloves, and they all matched. Like, would you like these? He's like, oh, I love them. You know, he's always wanting to put them on and put his cleats on that match and stuff like that. So, well, I mean, but that's like even my son that's 18. Like, I look at the way he dresses sometimes. I'm like, what are these people doing in today's world?
It is. They're kind of doing their own thing. Like there is no growing up. There was very much a style. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And now kids, it's like it's all over.
Well,
the place.
they're all walking out wearing pajamas, and he's even. I will say, to give my son credit. I mean, he has like he'll go play basketball and he'll wear like flannels, but he actually looks pretty put together. You know, like he doesn't look like a super big slob when he wears it. And he's pretty particular. Like I'll ask him what he wants, and it's pretty much like current trend brand of shorts. Those kids wear these short shorts, but current trend brand of shorts, you know, and stuff I don't
like
even know.
Lululemon or
Lulu, there's like a new one that's like a kind of a more alternative. I don't know what the brand is, but it's like kind of a like rugged alternative brand that he really likes. But I look at it, it's like cool stuff, you know, and he picks out pretty good stuff when I look at what he picks out. And some of it's easy, right? You can buy Nike hoodies. And
there you go.
that's so simple.
Go to
right?
Dick's or
That's
whatever
right,
case
yeah.
would be. You just pick out
Yeah.
something.
It's
make
not.
sure
I will say it's not hard to do good in fashion in the world today. Like Instagram and just go to a store and just ask somebody.
Just ask somebody. That's
So,
right.
like, they've already
TikTok
color
videos.
coordinated everything
There
for
go.
you. There's
Yes.
no reason to
There you
reinvent
go.
the wheel.
And or come to watch this.
Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I
That's
think
what
from the
this is all
perspective of, especially, I think from business and nightlife, like you probably couldn't do much better than coming here. And I'm not saying that because I'm sitting here. I mean, I think I've brought people here for you, and I continue to tell people to do that because I think it's knowing what fits you and how it fits you. Again, going back to like that, what not to wear, right?
Yep.
The whole problem with those people was they didn't know how to dress.
They didn't have
when
a guide.
That's
They
right.
didn't
When
have
someone
the standard.
told
You got-
them, well,
yeah.
this is what fits your body style, and it just is different, you know. So I think that's the value of coming to someone like you, is that like they can, without feeling bad about themselves, they can quickly find out what fits them well.
Yeah.
You know. So I recommend it for sure.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Paul, this has turned into quite the chat. Now I know a lot more about you, and if we color coordinated, we got to put it together. It's
a big deal.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good. Well, thank you, man.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun.
Thank you for joining us for another M in Society podcast, and we hope to see you on the next one. Have a great day.